My name is Demorea Evans, but I go by Truck. That is the name I've used my whole entire life. Whether I was doing something good or bad, Truck is just what I use. I was born and raised in West Oakland by a single parent. My mother took care of me and my three brothers and a host of other family member kids. I come from a very tough situation, but at the same time, it was very loving and family orientated. Growing up in the hood, it's a chance that you're gonna try it. It's a chance that you won't try it. And I tried some of it and found myself, in the streets and built this reputation that could have cost me my life. I was in the street and I was acting really bad. I didn't think my mom knew what I was doing. I tried to keep everything as far as I could from home. And one morning I was asleep and she came in my room and she gave me some papers to sign. And I signed the papers because it was my mom. And I went and asked her, what was the papers? She said, I just had you sign insurance papers because the stuff that you're doing is going to get you killed. And I didn't teach you that. And after we had the conversation, I was afraid to do anything else. So I went to the neighborhood barbershop, connected with the barber who owned the shop, started going through apprenticeship immediately because all I could think about was them papers and what I was doing was going to cost me my life. I learned that I didn't dislike my community or I didn't want to be a part of the problem. I actually wanted to help. And my goal is, or my mission is to help the kids who didn't have, who now, where it seems as if opportunity is becoming real slim, unlike myself, I want to be able to help them to be able to have a chance to stay children, but then at the same time grow and become healthy young adults. Boss is helping me to be able to see how to structure it and how to properly lay it out and strategize to have a greater and a bigger impact on covering more ground, finding out what's going on in the neighborhoods and in the community so that we can be able to deal with it. I've been brought in as a credible messenger with Boss through Adamica Village, but I have my own organization because I had shut my shop down, my barbershop. I had a barbershop for 23 years right there where we train. And when the pandemic hit, I shut the shop down. It was pressed on me. God had me to close my shop and start helping people. So it became a hub for supplies for families in need during the pandemic. And I wanted to make sure the 94607 area has supplies. It just carried over to me shutting down my business and actually starting my own org called Mama Jean's Create Hub, in which I did it in remembrance of my mother. I called it the Create Hub, to be able to create a space for kids, to be able to come and be expressive, to help restore their voice, to introduce them to different things, to inspire them with the hopes to ignite something fresh and something new in them so that they can use that to be helpful. And Boss, have what I don't have. I don't have the resources to be able to do the kind of work that they can. So I don't mind putting in the footwork and running around, ripping and running around and finding people and pulling up. That's the beauty in this relationship and being able to be a credible messenger, that Boss take care of all of the tough, the office and administrative stuff, and then put people like myself and the rest of the incredible messengers in place to be able to go out and handle the people. And the beauty in the credible messages is we all come from the street. So it's not a foreign place, right? We all understand the culture, we understand what's going on, we understand the demographic, we know the area, we know all of what it is we're dealing with. I believe it's going to take some consistency, right? That's the first thing. We have to be willing to do the work. It's a lot of work. So you have to really put yourself mentally, emotionally, and psychologically and physically in this place to where, as helpers, I believe prevention and intervention both need the same attention and the same kind of focus and the same kind of support, because intervention, we're trying to stop what has already taken place, but prevention has the opportunity to stop the recruiting so that it won't keep revolving. Everybody can do the work. Like, you never see the coach on the court. You have to be okay with being you. It's the only way it's going to work. You have to be your authentic self. That's what I love about the group. Everyone is most definitely themselves, right? Like, we have a great time in training, just learning about one another and from one another. You know, I want to lose weight physically, but when it comes to learning, I want to stay fat. And in order for me to be able to learn in the capacity that I need, FAT is to always be faithful to learning, available to learn, and always stay teachable.